In this training session, we will be discussing how to set up your office hours and make student appointments within Starfish. Starfish is an enterprise success platform that Cleveland State utilizes to connect students to faculty, staff, and services at the university committed to their success. Over 40 areas within the university use Starfish. These include task, advising, the library, veteran services, and many others. Nearly 100,000 appointments are actually scheduled in Starfish each academic year by undergraduate students. In fact, 800 hours are saved annually by students scheduling appointments themselves versus via a staff member. Over the course of an academic year, over 60,000 tracking items are raised within Starfish. Hundreds of faculty, undergraduate faculty, use Starfish each academic year to communicate to advisors, take attendance, take notes on students, manage their calendars, make referrals, and much more. All undergraduate faculty members at CSU are actually given access to Starfish each term. In fact, all of their courses and meeting times are entered in Starfish automatically. Faculty can access Starfish by using Blackboard via the Tools or the Instructor tab in CampusNet. Please note that faculty can only access Starfish once they have actually been linked to your class or their classes within CampusNet. Staff can also access Starfish via the Advisor tab in CampusNet, and students can access it two ways as well, via CampusNet or using Tools and Blackboard. When you log into Starfish, you will see a screen similar to this. This is an overview of all the activity of all students connected to you. To be honest, this home screen can be very overwhelming, so we encourage you to change your default login page to another page that you use more frequently. For example, if you use Starfish to schedule student appointments, you may want to make the appointments page your default page. If you use Starfish to take attendance, you may select that page to be your default page. You can change your default page in your institutional profile. On this overview page, you will find the options button, which are the three lines located at the top left of your screen, and you'll use this to navigate between the various screens within Starfish. You'll also find a search box which can be used to find the student located at the top right of your screen. You can search using a student's first name, last name, parts of the first name or last name, or their CSU ID number. You have to use at least 3 characters in the search. After you select the Options button, which is the 3-line icon located at the top left of your screen, you will be presented with options, which vary depending on your access and permissions. A few of these options include settings, such as institutional profile, appointment preferences, help, log out. Also appointments, where you manage your office hours and student appointments. Students, where you can see all the students assigned to you, take attendance, complete progress surveys, make referrals, and much more. And then services, where you find a comprehensive list of the many services available to students at Cleveland State University. In this training session, we will be learning how to access your calendar, create office hours and appointments, modify office hours, and we'll take you in to see what a student sees. Setting up your office hours in Starfish will allow students to schedule their appointments with you on their own. In fact, we estimate that Starfish saves university staff and faculty nearly 800 hours annually with automating the scheduling process. A quick tip before we get started, make sure that you skip the wizard to set up your office hours. Alright, let's begin. You can access your appointments and office hours by selecting the Options button, the 3-line icon at the top left of your screen, followed by Appointments. You will then be taken to your Appointments page. In the first area, you can change your view to either Agenda, Day, Week, or Schedule. Most prefer the Week view. In this section, you can also add office hours block, individual appointments, group sessions, events, reserve time, etc. In Area 2, you will see that you can navigate back and forth from week to week or day to day. In Area 3, you can select a day you would like to quickly view your office hours. Also, if you see a day in this section that is bold, that means that you have an appointment free that day. In the fourth and final area on this page, you will see a detailed view of the individuals that have made you have made a calendar manager. You can view multiple calendars at a single time by checking or enabling multiple people. Their calendars will then be the same color as their name on the left side of the screen. It is recommended that you do not view more than 5 at a single time in a week view, since things can become a little confusing. Let's now add an office hour block to your calendar. Creating an office hour block will allow your calendar to be visible to students during a particular day and time. So let's select office hours found in the first area. By default, your schedule is not available to students. Therefore, you must add a block of office hours to let them know when you are available to take appointments. After you select Office Hours button, you are presented with the following screen. The title can be your name if you are in an office with a lot of people, or if you are teaching different classes, you can make the office hours be different classes. For example, if you teach Bio 101 and 102, you could put Bio 101 office hours in the title to indicate to students scheduling that these block of office hours are for Bio 101 students only. You can create the office hours for a single day, repeat weekly, etc. for 1 or more days in a week. You will then indicate the times you want to be available. Some schedule appointments to be 8 to 5, and then use Outlook to schedule breaks and meetings. Others create multiple office hour blocks around the meetings, appointment breaks, and lunches that they may have. You will now select one or more locations where office hours will be held. Locations must be set up before creating office hours. Again, locations must be set up before creating office hours. Locations are found by selecting the Options button, your name, and then Appointment Preferences. If you set up office hours to be held in multiple locations for a particular set of office hour blocks, students will have the ability to select from either of those locations. Next, you'll select office hour types. There are typically 3 options: walk-ins for walk-in appointments only, scheduled-in walk-ins, which allow you to have students sign up in advance, but still account for those that stop by unexpectedly. And then, lastly, there's scheduled appointments only, which are for when you want appointments and don't want to account for any walk-ins. Next, you will set up your appointment range for appointments. Appointments typically range from 30 to 60 minutes. You can select any range that you think is appropriate though. You will then set up the specific block to be for a particular appointment type. If you are teaching and advising students in the same term, you can select one or more options. If you are not a faculty advisor, then course conference will be selected for you by default. For example, if you want to have a separate block of office hours for students in Bio 101 class, then set up your appointment type to be course conference, which is the appointment type for appointments with students in your courses. However, if you are also advising 100 bio students outside of your classes, you can select faculty advising, which will only display that block of hours for your advisees. You could set up your block actually to be both as well, which will then open that block of appointments for both your classes and your advisees. Next, you will then need to enter in basic instructions for your appointment, such as please check in at the front desk or knock and walk on in, to tell students what they need to do when they make an appointment and when they arrive for their appointment. Then you will select the appropriate start and end date. You will need to enter in a start or end date. Starfish default end date is set to never end. It is critical that you check to make sure your office hours are set up to end at the end of a term. This is very important. Again, Starfish appointment end dates default at never ending, so you could create an office hours block to be from now all the way through the end of time. So again, we recommend that you select end of term. Once you have done this, you're ready to select submit and save your office hour block. Once you select submit, you can go back into your appointment view and check out your calendar. You can see the new office hour block that is created for the dates and times you selected. If you want to modify an existing block, you will first hover over the clock in the image to the right and then select edit, cancel, or you can add a walk-in if you want to account for a student that did not schedule an appointment but just stopped by, provided that your office hour block is not set up for appointments only. Once you are done, you can then add a student to your office hours by selecting the plus sign within your office hours. Again, this is to account for any walk-ins. Tip: Starfish does not know your university calendar, so we recommend for you to check and remove office hours for the days that the university is closed, so that you do not get appointments with students when the university is closed or you're not here, such as for Labor Day, for a conference, etc. A student can view a faculty member's profile, photo, phone number, email, or schedule via the Courses tab in Starfish after selecting the Options button at the top left of their screen. If a faculty member has office hours available, the student will see Schedule Appointment. If a faculty member does not use Starfish for scheduling, it will only say Online Schedule Not Available. If the student selects Schedule Appointment, the student will first be presented with a choice of reasons for the appointment, which could range from a course conference or faculty advising. After choosing a reason for the appointment, the student will then be asked to select a date and time for that appointment. Once the student selects a time and date, they are asked to confirm their appointment and can see the information that the faculty member entered into their office hour block. The student can also enter in additional information about the purpose of the meeting. Once they select Confirm, they will be sent a confirmation email and will be able to view their appointments in Starfish under the Upcoming Appointments screen. In this training session, we discussed how to access your calendar, create office hours and appointments, modify your office hours, and we showed you what a student sees on their end. This concludes this training session. Please reach out to our Starfish support team if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. We thank you for your time, your use of Starfish, and commitment to student success at Cleveland State University.